Oh, hi. Still 40 degrees centigrade. It has been out here for nearly 2 weeks. One almost gets used to it after a while. Can you hear the cicadas? I've got the stray cat. Well, he's not really stray anymore. Yeah, if you have a look over there, there's lots of empty cat food pouches on the ground. There's a reason for that. This came from Western Australia today. Always had a soft spot for adamant and a couple of his hits. I got one on 45 ANTS music, and I used to have my favourite Stand and Deliver. It was a picture cover. I foolishly sold that. Two great tracks, and that's where that Burundi drums. I really love it, and I also love the guitar sound on these. Some, about half a dozen pretty decent tracks here, and two really great ones. Only cost $10 for postage from the other side of this continent. Yeah, I just came out here to before I have another little nap, and I'm sitting out here having a cup of tea and thinking I could hear something rattling around in the tins, the cat tin. I thought, God, what's that? Because you get to know the sounds. I mean, out here, this is sort of like, I can't see it. I don't know if you can, but it's very bright. Everything's burnt. All the grass is dead. So Fluffy's eating some cold fish there, and I knew he wouldn't be too far away. But then I heard this rattling around in a tin. And I thought, bloody hell, what's that? I know I get mice here, but I haven't seen or heard any lately because the cats are pretty good at taking care of that. And then I thought, what else could it be? We've had grasshoppers, but I thought, oh, Christ, don't tell me it's an eastern brown snake, the second deadliest snake on the planet. And they have a very, very bad attitude. I've had more than one close call with them, and I tell you, they are angry. It doesn't take much to get them angry, and when they get angry, there's no stopping them. The thing is, it's not so much the amount of venom or even the efficacy of the venom. It's the fact that they just hit you again and again and again. It's bang, 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 bang. You're just getting hit, hit, hit. And if you're lucky, the first one's a dry strike. It'll go bang, hit you, and you'll feel it. But it won't use its fangs normally, just as a warning thing. But they're fast. They're super, super fast. They're actually part of the cobra family, or cobra, because it's Gondwana land was where India and Australia was all together at one stage, and the eastern brown snake is actually a part of the cobra family, even though they've been separated for millions of years. And when it gets up, and I've had them do this to me, one right here, literally two arms length away, about 10 years ago. I could feel something looking at me. And I went like that. I went, oh shit! And it was up, and it was looking at me with its little beady black eye, and I thought, oh Christ! So I knew what to do because I've had experience of these things before. So I just kept eye contact, slowly got up, backed up, went in, rang the snake catcher. He was here within 10 minutes, but it had already gone down in the drain somewhere. So there is one around. You just, every now and then, and I thought, oh, don't tell me it's a bloody eastern brown. It's the last thing I need. And then I thought, it sounds like a reptile, but it's got to be an eastern brown. I go, oh, bloody hell. Because you can't see them. They're beautifully camouflaged. You tread on them before you see them half the time. And I heard it, and then I looked over there and I saw this reptile face come out from under my old lounge. I went, oh shit, it's a big one. And then it came out. It was a nice big fat blue tongue lizard. And I went, oh, you beauty. I love blue tongue lizards. You know, they eat snails and things like that, so they're good to have in the garden. But unfortunately, cats and dogs like to tease them and kill them. And sure enough, this big fat fellow, about so long, about that fat, nice big old fella or old girl, where my tree fell over there. Half the trees collapsed and the grass has grown, so the blue tongue went into there. So I thought, oh, good. So it should be pretty safe there. But yeah, they're harmless, but they do bite. I've had one before, I made one bite me one day to see what the power's like, and it's got a very, very strong, grip in its jaw, and it doesn't let go. So you go, oh, God, But they sort of look a bit like a Gila monster, but a bit more cute, not so warty looking. And yeah, so that's just my little adventure today. And yeah, so that's all right. At least it's not an Eastern Brown. And sure enough, Fluffy, he shows up the minute I go, in to get this. He appears. So whether he was stalking the lizard or heard it from way up the back, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, that's it. Nothing much else to talk about today. Yeah, so good old ant music. Yeah, so did I say why I throw those cat pouches there? It's so the ants don't, these horrible little black ants, they just get all over you and they bite you and they drive you mad. I've learnt to throw bits of cat food scraps away from me in certain spots, and it keeps the ants busy, and I get to sit here without being bitten to pieces. So there you have it, Adam Ant, Burundi drums, and that'll do for now. So to all those up north, I hope you haven't frozen into a block of ice. It's quite the opposite here. Anyway, see you later.